Hello guys, long time. So in this video we are going to discuss about isolate in Dart with Flutter. Okay, so I have already written the blog post for this. As you can see, I'll provide link in the description and you can check that out. So isolate is basically nothing. It's a thread in programming language such as Java. Alright, so in Flutter, instead of thread we called isolate. So when do we use isolate? If you want to call HTTP, heavy HTTP request, or if you have huge JSON you want to parse, or database called image decoding. In such cases you don't want to show user progress bar for 5 minutes or it will just start freezed. Okay, so that time you will have to use Flutter isolate. Okay, so I have already written all the explanation for this in this link. You can check that out. Okay, now in this example we'll go with the example implementation of this Flutter isolate with compute and spawn function. Those are the two methods which we can achieve Flutter isolate. Okay, so I have application running over here. It's just a basic application, just home page I have, and in that home page I have one circular progress bar, one size box, and elevated button. And when I click on this button, it will just call one function, and I'm passing this huge value, and it will come here. It will print task started, and it will do some adding of some of this value and just print when it is finished. Then I'm returning the sum and I'm printing the sum back again. So this is a normal for loop and normal how you are writing Flutter. There's no isolate here, and I want to show you the UI here. So this compute heavy task will do a lot of tasks, and now if I click on this task start task button, see UI will start freezing. As you can see, let me just do it again. If I click on start task, your UI will freeze. Okay, so we don't know like what kind of task we have in our application, right? So at that time we will have to use isolate. So there are two approach. One is spawn function and the other one is compute function. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. So first what we'll do, we'll discuss with the compute function. So what we have to do is we can just copy this number, and instead of putting like this, now I'm going to implement compute function here to achieve isolate. So just different language compute. All right, you don't have to import or package or anything like that. It is already there in the SDK, so it's coming from foundation, as you can see, and you will have to call this compute, and here you have to pass your function, your function, which is compute heavy task. And you are not going to call all function with parameter, just function name and parameters after this. Okay, since this is async function, we'll have to call await, and here we'll have to provide async. Okay, so what it will do, it will call this compute function with a heavy task, and basically it's all same, but only one more difference is that you can't put this inside class. Okay, so this is a class, right? So you have to put this function outside the class, just like this. All right, and we have one error here, which is I am not sure from where it's coming. Wait, let me just come back here. Okay, I have removed this also. Just cut this and paste it outside here. Okay, all right, so now what I'm going to run app again, and I'm going to click on task, start task again, start task. As you can see, this time our app didn't freeze. Okay, let me just click it again, start task. As you can see, our progress bar didn't freeze. So this is the power of compute, which is part of isolate. And in the next video we'll do the same thing with the spawn function, which is more powerful, and you need to understand few more things. All right, but in compute function you don't need to know much. All you need to know is you have to call compute function, and you passed what function you need to do. That function should be outside, and the parameter you want to pass, and it will do all your task. Okay, so I will see you in the next one with the spawn function. Thank you guys.